There are a variety of different tarot decks out there, and they range in color, size, shape. They may have different themes. They may have people versus no people versus fairies versus mythical goddesses, all sorts of stuff. There's really no rules when it comes to tarot and the traditional tarot deck, except for the 78 card rule with the 22 trump cards and the 56 minor arcana cards. So here we have 5 of my tarot decks. There are 4 traditional tarot decks showing the Wheel of Fortune. Here we have a long and skinny monochrome Baroque style card. Here we have a super colorful and traditional card. Here we have a more esoteric and ethereal card. And then here we have a card that actually has no wheel at all, which is really interesting as well. These are all different ways of representing the Wheel of Fortune, and they all have their own interpretations of it. The 5th card we have represents the second type of tarot deck. You have the traditional 78 card deck, and then you have this deck, which is an oracle deck. So oracle decks are completely different from tarot decks because they don't rely on the standardized format that tarot decks do. They don't necessarily need a 78 card format. They don't have the 22 trump cards or the 56 minor arcana cards, and they don't even have the 4 suits that you might need for a traditional deck. They kind of do what they want, and that's the beauty of it. The best way to compare these two things is to talk about maybe a Nordstrom's versus a boutique. They essentially do the same things, but they have their own different styles. Every Nordstrom's will kind of have the same format. That's every traditional tarot deck. And every boutique is going to be a little different. It's all up to them, and they have their own style. So that would be the oracle deck. So the next question would be, is one better than the other? And the answer is no. Really, you can use an oracle deck or a traditional deck. It's up to you. It's a personal preference. But generally, it is recommended to start with the traditional tarot deck just because that's where you get the symbolism, that's where you get your core information about tarot. And then once you get comfortable, you can move into the oracle deck.